You know AO got the sauce.
I know you.
You was drinking. He's drinking positive tea.
Here.
Positive tea.
Hey, so just be prepared. So that's Johnny Cochran over there. She represents this motherfucker right here. So anything.
So
if
she's Johnny Cochran. Am I OJ?
Okay.
Stone Cold Killer.
Or Michael Jackson,
I wouldn't
whichever
expect
one
that
you
ain't the
want to
only
be.
nigga he represented, man. It
That's the
got,
most famous.
It is.
shit.
I wouldn't expect nothing different. Expect the truth though. Expect the real.
Excuse
That.
me.
You ain't gonna get that.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna get
We
that.
all have our
We be lying on the podcast. Damn.
That's crazy.
That's
Dang, lies, Cap. Well, Kaepernick.
good.
So
Capanese. Yes, we did. We received a call on Bumping Heads podcast.
Yesterday.
From who?
We're gonna talk about it. Huh?
Oh,
I'll
go
talk
ahead.
about it after I
Go ahead.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Bumping Heads. Wait a minute. Am I looking down? Okay. This wasn't. Oh. I got it.
She's new here.
I'm not used to this being that low, I feel like.
Get these.
Welcome to the Bumping Heads podcast. I am your chesty bestie, Persephanii, and I'm joined with my nearest and dearest. Say hello to the fam, Dion DC Curry,
What's up, y'all?
Kenny Jones,
yo.
and Martini Bellini.
What's up, y'all?
And you know, I'm gonna shoot it to Kenny today to give our special guest a beautiful welcome.
You know what I'm saying? We got my dog in the building, artist, entrepreneur, activist, philanthropist, amazing husband, amazing father, and founder of ThinkWatts Foundation.
Hey.
My dog Stix in the building.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
I'm
Give him a
boy?
little, give him a little
What's
love.
up,
Yeah.
boy?
Hey, I'm happy to be here,
Man.
man. I got the homies here. I got
Yes,
DC
sir.
and Kenny.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
y'all in trouble today.
Yeah, man.
My bad.
I'm not worried. I ain't worried at all.
Hey, don't
bad.
worry about
Ever.
none of that, bro.
I see you
I
came
got it.
violent with that
Yeah,
jersey.
Don't worry
Brought
about it.
violence.
Yeah, he can't.
He
yeah.
brought violence.
Yeah.
You got a little
So-
lint on the collar, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, the jersey's probably a little dusty.
Bro,
Nah.
I don't know.
you ain't got no lint on there, bro.
He ain't got no lint on there.
No, but
That's-
welcome to the podcast. I'm happy to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. This is fun. This is one of my favorite pods. I ain't gonna even front.
Really?
I've been telling DC for a while. You know what I'm saying? And then, you
My
know,
guy.
I
Love
get
that.
to rock with my guy Kenny again. You know, we got records out there, you know, brand new Benz. I just want one of them.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
We'll get that playing
Hey,
on the
yeah.
outro.
Y'all gonna hear that? Y'all gonna hear that on the way out?
No shameless
Yes,
plugs.
let's hear it.
But no, thank y'all for having me. For real.
Okay. Yes.
My guy, man. My guy.
Okay, so we typically like to get a little spicy, talk about topics. Most of the time, we don't agree. Martini and I, most of the time, don't agree with Dion and Kenny. And we think it's because, you know, what's your phrase? Women and men.
Aren't meant to get along, meant to coexist.
I like
What do
that.
you think of that?
Procreate more.
They
Being
aren't
married?
meant to get along. They are meant to coexist.
Yes, that's
I don't see anything wrong with that statement. For most, some figure it out. Listen, if they were meant to be the same, then
they'd be the same.
They would be the same.
Right.
Got it.
In order for science to work properly, you got to have a plus and a minus.
That's a fact.
Got to have opposites for it to work. Like I always use this analogy, when you put a battery inside a controller, if you put the minus on the minus, it ain't gonna work.
It does.
You got to put the plus on the minus.
It's
And
the
then,
tract.
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
All right.
They think I'm just being so negative with it.
It does sound negative when you
And
say it,
that's-
Kenny.
that's fine.
Absolutely.
That's
you
fine.
know.
I mean,
But I
Your
feel like we
ears
be
said
getting
negative.
along. Because we really do in the grand scheme of things.
Well, yeah.
I'm also
Yeah.
not in a relationship with none of y'all, so
Right.
that makes it easier.
Hey.
But you don't like nobody though. Like,
You don't know who I
well,
like.
I mean, it doesn't
He like
seem
Justine
like he's.
Skye.
It
Come
doesn't seem
on.
like you're eager to
I
be
don't
in
know
a
her.
relationship.
She's just fine.
Right.
You see, and you know what? That's what that right there is all women gotta listen to sometimes. He just like she fine. I ain't gotta be like her.
Yeah.
But she fine. Some women think because men think she's fine that he like her.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
we're
want her.
not that. No.
You don't want her? If he
Martini just want everybody to be in a
Means
relationship.
I would like to be in her presence to get to know her more.
Okay.
She could be whack as fuck, and I'd be like, "Yeah, you fine, but I don't want to be around."
Yeah, if she doesn't have any depth, then of course you're not going to be. That's not going to keep your interest. Looks only go so far, right?
That's a fact.
So, yeah. Look at
What you got to say?
fine.
I know people right now, I ain't saying no names, who done been in long relationships because there's looks and money involved. And they just deal with it.
Okay.
Okay.
So a man dealing with a woman
Both.
because she has
Both.
looks and money.
Don't try to exclude. Both.
No, I was going to go the opposite way. So-
Okay.
Yeah.
But the man, she has money. The girl has money too, or no? She just got looks.
That's it.
Just looks.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then the woman with the man for money and looks, or just money.
Either one. I've seen it all.
The wrong reasons.
Right.
I've seen it all.
Okay. So I want to go into a little deeper topic. Something we've kind of seen in our community. I know I've experienced it in my life and a lot of my friends. So when you're graduating high school and you're about to go into the world or go into college or whatever, and you graduate college, do you feel like you should be able to come back home, or should you just kind of go your separate ways and live your life out like that?
I think we should have the option, like, of, I don't think our parents should be so eager to kick us out right at 18. I feel like it is a little premature, you know. But it just depends on your child's maturity level. But I left the house when I was 18. And
Were you forced?
my mom was, yes, like she was putting that in my ear. Like after my senior year of high school, it's kind of like, you know, the kids is like out at 18, you know, like you're going to be an adult, you know, that kind of thing. I already wanted to come to LA. So it was like, you know, but I do personally, like looking back, I do feel like I was a little premature. I feel like I should have stayed around, learned how to cook a few more dishes, you know what I'm saying? You know, did a little more with moms before I left, like officially, you know, but
Grow up more, pretty much. in the grand
yes,
scheme
yeah,
of
grow up
things.
quick.
Grow up more.
Yeah, growing up.
Your
Yeah.
brain's not even
And-
fully
yeah.
developed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So grow up more.
It's not even
Yeah.
close to being fully developed
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
18.
So for you to be trying to figure things, you know, I moved here to LA and figuring things out like at 18 was like a trip, especially from a small town, you know? So yeah, I don't fully agree with that, with parents just being like, get out because you're 18,
Right.
you know? So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly with you with that.
Yeah.
I feel like amongst our community, I think it's pushed more, and I think for Black people, we've lost sight of the word inheritance. Like we don't do that no more. Like I don't know why
I feel
we
like it's looked down upon.
yeah, like-
Nepotism.
Yeah.
yeah, see, but like, why do we feel like we should have to start from the front of the race
Yeah.
to try to make it in life when that's not how the elite do it?
Yeah.
Like the elite understand, like if the only way to create generational wealth is to pass it down.
Yeah.
To ask every single person in the room to start at the starting line and make it is not how you gonna create generational wealth.
Yeah.
Like we spread ourselves a little too thin. So
Yeah.
I really do think that we should start and like try to make our families a little more tight knit to where we don't push each other out so fast. And
Absolutely.
let's let our people grow and and give them a better chance in this rat race and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel.
Heck
So,
yeah, I agree.
Because we are coming from behind, because I feel like a lot of the others are not starting at the
that
not-
1%.
No, their
they're
parents
not starting
looked
there
out for
because
them, yeah.
I was just thinking about this not too long ago, maybe last week. I get a little like irritated when I see companies that say, "Oh, we're celebrating our 100-year anniversary," and I'm like, 100 years ago, would I have been able to come and dine in your restaurant? Chances are,
Hell
no,
no.
right?
Right.
And in those 100 years, if it's still in the same family, that means during the time where my ancestors were oppressed, not
during
able to build this generational welcome, y'all thriving, and you still thriving to this day. So you see so many different companies that have that last name, because that's, how they say, like, all these companies are last names, like most of them.
Yeah, that's all it
These
is.
huge companies are last. So that's generational generational wealth from, shit, we can probably even go into the 1800s, so, but we don't have that. So I feel like we're just now figuring it out. And with each generation, we're changing to get better to build that generational wealth. I feel like now we're getting it. We're finally
Yes.
like
This
So-
generation, absolutely. I feel like we're more concerned about becoming entrepreneurs and like being like self-employed, all that. I feel like my parents never said anything about investing or I don't think they knew.
No.
So it's like, I'm the first one talking like that, like in my family for sure. Like,
100%.
hey, you guys,
Talk
I'm
to
not
me.
kicking them out at 18.
Nah, talk to me, Stix. As the person in here with kids,
With the
There we
kids,
go.
as
man.
an entrepreneur, as someone who has started his own foundation,
Yeah.
what are your feelings and thoughts on it?
I think so it's a couple layers, as I always like to add. I always like to add perspective that we all have to adhere to or pay attention to, and that's it depends on which parent is talking. If it's a male in the house, or you got to be politically correct today, but let's just say for a male in the house, the dad wants the boy to grow up fast and get his shit together.
Okay.
If it's a mom, the mom wants her daughter to get her shit together because that's what she went through when she was that age.
Right.
So it's like passed down history. We don't typically pass down wealth, we pass down traditions
Right.
as far as black people.
yeah.
So as a parent today, the stance that my household takes with my wife and myself is my wife is for my son, my wife is more like, no, take as much time as you need.
Good.
If you need to come back and you haven't figured it out after you go to college or do whatever, come on back and we can try to help you figure it out. But we going to start figuring it out right now.
Right.
But that don't mean you can't come back.
So, that's
Me
dope.
with my son,
Oh, you just-
I'd be like, nigga, you need to start a business or something right now and get your shit together, nigga. Here go a debit card. I'm going to just load you up or something and just, here go some Apple stock and just, you figure
There
this
you
shit
go.
out.
That's
You know
still
what I mean?
something, yeah.
Figure it out from there. And because I'm giving you all of the tools and everything you need in regards to the stuff we didn't learn. Like, what is saving?
Yeah.
Which is really investing is what saving is. Putting your money in the mattress is losing money. That's because of inflation.
Right.
So you're actually losing money when you just save money like that. So I think it depends on which parent is talking to who. But I do agree a lot with we should actually build more community within a household together. Because if we put all of our resources together, we could do more.
we could.
You know,
we could.
and I also feel like as kids we're consistently developing, so it's hard to really figure out what you really want to do that early.
Oh yeah.
You need time to especially if you're not being taught
Right.
what to do with your money or how to do it or what to start. But what I will say this, I'm gonna add a little Michael Jackson twist to this though. First things first. What you said about the 100 years ago, the owner of that shit is real. Like that's, I actually sat back and was like, damn, that shit is real. I never even really looked at it like that, or people couldn't even come in that restaurant.
Right.
However, if we go back, Mansa Musa days, we was the wealthiest of. Mansa Musa was technically the wealthiest person in history. So at some point of time, we was out here churching, like big chains and whips and cameras.
He said,
And, like,
big chains
what's up,
and whips.
baby? What's your name? Take this camera.
Oh, I did not think this is where you were going.
We had something going,
Right.
but during the course of between that and as we start getting closer, something went wrong. And that's the part where I think we get a lot confused at because we don't know what happened. It's like how we go from kings, queens, and gods to slaves.
They stole us, man.
You know what I mean? So, but anyhow, that's a whole nother story.
whole
for another
Yes,
time.
somebody-
On today's episode of Martin Luther Keisha and Malcolm Z. You know, nah. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Malcolm
know,
Jamal
that-
Jr.
Malcolm.
That is important. I noticed that, and shit, a lot of kids in our community don't have both parents. But
Yeah.
as a household, and being a household that have both parents, my dad was definitely more like, I've been working since I was 14.
Yeah.
Nigga, you gotta. And I'm like, I'm hooping, I'm getting all A's
Right,
in
right,
school, and he's still like, but what you doing in the summer when you done with basketball?
Yeah.
I'm gonna relax.
Yeah. I got a 4.0. What do you mean? I've been working in the class.
Like,
Right?
what are you talking
In the
about?
classroom.
But he is
Right.
just, but it's that, and his dad wasn't really there for him, and so he's like, I gotta be everything he wasn't and
Man.
some, and I gotta make sure you're better than me.
Man.
So I understand that,
Yeah.
and my mom is definitely the coddler.
Yeah, because it's the once again we go
More
back to in the
nurturing.
intro the opposites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My family was always, you need to go to college, and then once I got to college, I graduated college, you need to get your master's. Once I get my master's, you need to get your doctorate. But I had to stop at master's. I'm like,
okay, that's enough.
Salute
Were you still able to stay in the house while you were?
I
going to
did not
school?
stay in the house. I worked 3 jobs, and I was getting my master's at the same time because I wanted this whole independent, be on your own. It wasn't necessary.
that was
I
cool.
tried to live with them, but it was very difficult being under rules coming back from college.
Yeah, you want to come home from a party.
You go from
You're
being
not.
free.
Look, I done been back throughout my 20s. I went back like 4 times. Okay? So I know what you're saying.
So you can't stay too long because sometimes the tradition versus the generation. Yes.
The modern versus tradition or old school is what we call it. It don't
Yeah.
mix.
Yep.
And
It-
plus,
it don't mix.
I got this thing where I feel like women can't get along in the same house anyway.
Like mother and daughter.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. By the time I was like 18. Yeah. No. Like it's like
my
17.
sisters, but
No,
mom and
it
dad?
don't. It don't.
I mean, mom.
But that's
mom and
once
daughter?
again.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go back
tough.
to the science. The same repels, opposites attract. That's why you all. Oh, you a mama's boy. You a mama's boy. That's
Oh
why
my
we hear
God.
that.
My
You a
mom's
daddy's
so proud
girl.
of her son.
You don't never hear a mama's girl.
Yeah.
You never
don't
hear
hear
that
that.
term. Well,
You guys also get pressure, and I'm saying you guys as men, you get pressure from us as well, because it's like I don't want to date no guy that still live with his mom or still live with his dad. So there's pressure there too for you guys to get out earlier to get whatever woman that you want because you don't want to look like a scrub.
Right. I've heard my brother even say, "Yeah."
I
like these
recently
single
was
mom.
dating a guy who lived with his parents and he's in his 30s. And they're like, how in the hell can you live with a guy that lives with his parents in his 30s? And I said,
But-
he's saving for a house. His parents allow him to stay there, so he's saving for a house. So he's going to buy property. So I'm not going to be like, oh, no, I don't want to date you because you're saving to buy a home. Like, I'm cool. You're not just sitting there like playing video games all day being lazy. Every time I talk to you, you at work. So
respect to the you not contradicting yourself. It's so easy to slip up on that. Let me tell you why. Because we just said we should give time and let the kids stay in the house and let them figure it out. So imagine if you would have rolled around and be like, I'm dating a nigga who's staying with his parents. I'm not fucking with this nigga. That nigga need to get his shit together.
It's cool that he the parents is letting them stay. That's cool for the parents. But for me, no, that's what we saying. No.
They got some other issues that make you
it's
feel
gotta
like,
be some good reasons behind
Imagine
that.
every nigga living at home with his parents right now. He's like, damn, a chick might not even want me
Because I live with my parents.
just because
No,
of
you have
that.
you
Even
better
though
have a
he's
damn good
on
reason
trying
why
to
you
do
still there.
good things.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that
the
pressure
reason
is real.
just needs to be
Right.
I'm working on something.
Something,
Like
yes.
you need to be working on something. You can't just be there, you know. I don't know the nuances of if you're helping them or if you're paying this or paying that. I don't know about that. All I know is that you need to be working on something. So if you have a business that you're funding from your job and you're trying to get that together and you know,
Yes.
that's I think that goes back to what you were talking about how we're going to build generational income. Not having to pay rent is like
Well, that's how I really did. The real
First
rich,
things first.
the
Right.
rich, the rich. The prince didn't leave the castle until the king just dies, and then that becomes his.
Right.
He don't go nowhere.
Right, he been
I never thought about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps plateauing.
And that's how
like
you
that.
keep
The
it-
king just dies. He stays
what I'm
until he
saying?
dies.
It ain't no, prince, go out there and start your whole nother kingdom. Nah, fuck that. We got a kingdom already. And now this name is
This
going
is
to be
yours.
the kingdom forever.
You stay in this house.
Boom. Nah, but out here, it's like, nigga, get out 18 go find something. Dude, you try.
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 Ready,
I
set,
had
ready,
to
set, try.
You go
Go.
try too. Like, man.
Right. And there be kind of rules that, you know.
That's funny.
I just don't never want to not help a motherfucker that didn't ask to be here.
That's real. Tell me about it.
That's the realest
Tell
shit.
me
Like,
about it.
I was out here fucking and made you, and now you turn
Now
18.
fend for yourself. Right. That's
real.
weak.
The disrespect. No, he said.
I feel like parents don't be, and you can speak to this. This is a violent statement.
I'm listening.
I feel like parents be ready to cut their kids off at 18, especially parents that's not together. Well, now you got that responsibility for 18 years. It's like,
Well, it's
18
learned.
years? No, like.
It's learned behavior. It's learned behavior. Like if that's how you was raised, unconsciously, that's how you gonna raise your children. Because you don't know nothing else. If you only learn 1 + 1 = 3, and really 1 + 1 = 2, then you gonna argue with a motherfucker down into say
Right.
1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's learned behavior, and I think I feel like the closer you are in age to your kids, and what I mean by that, maybe if you 30s and your kid is like 16 or something like that,
Yeah, then
you kind of have a better understanding because your generation is not that far away from your kid's generation. So you kind of can understand what
15.
what is best for them. But if you like 50 and your kid is like 10, you're gonna go through hell with your kids.
Right.
Like, and that's just an opinion. That ain't a fact. But I just feel like it's hard for you to understand what that generation, what's accepted in that generation. You know, and traditionally our parents that are that age get out. 18, get up out. I know all my sisters was like, you know, moms was like, y'all got to figure it out. Because when I was 14, I was taking care of the house. Like she had to do it at a young age because of her upbringing, you know, moms and everything that was going on in the environment. She had to like be mature early.
Cue the strong black woman.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah, people don't be fucking with the strong black woman like that. It's too masculine, too aggressive.
Wow. I
Too
can't.
much.
Wow. I just had this conversation
Did you?
about masculine women being masculine with my wife.
What
So
do you think of that? Yeah.
wow.
She said, we argued that women are more masculine now than ever.
For sure.
She said, hell no.
1000%. Listen, and masculine,
Yeah.
I say this respectfully. Masculine is not a negative or a positive. Because men have there's a book, I can't remember the exact title, but it talks about having femininity and masculinity. And men have both. Each human that's created has both sides. It's just about which one do you exude at the time you exude it. So when a man says, God damn, you being so goddamn masculine, it's because at that moment I have my masculine energy on display.
And you feel like it's threatened by my masculine energy.
Threatening is not the word.
I just have to show you. No,
It's
Threatened
challenge.
by
Yes.
women's
yes, and I just have to show you
And
that
you
you
feel
can't
like it's
get to this
threatened.
masculine.
It's challenge.
You feel intimidated.
And it's not intimidating.
I don't feel intimidated at all.
Threatened,
Zero.
Intimidate. None of those
Makes you
words are
uncomfortable.
relevant to what I'm trying to articulate.
Good, bro.
Right. So I think nowadays, and I don't want to like because of social media, but I think women have a right to feel strong, have a right to feel like they deserve what they deserve. Now, there's a difference between knowing what you deserve and just competing or just being over aggressive to stress an opinion. So it's about finding the balance and when you're having these conversations, because I don't think a dude want a woman who just on some, yeah, nigga, I don't need you for shit. Cause I could like, you actually do need someone to make you feel more than you make yourself feel. Cause a man can actually add to how much a man can help you fill your cup. He can also take away though. I ain't gonna sleep on that. However, you can only fill your cup up so much.
Okay, yeah. So there are people out here that will purposefully date certain ages because of the maturity level,
Yes.
or lack thereof.
Or ability to mold them. They want to men want to
that's
date younger women so they can mold them.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So we were kind of talking about off camera situation. Like we brought up Brittany Renner, who dates younger athletes or men in power, celebrities, whatever, because she feels like they're not very smart with whatever. And it leads me to reading all the comments about she's trapping him. You should have known that she was going to trap you. Trap. Do you guys believe that women can trap men or vice versa? Men can trap women.
Women definitely can trap men without question. There's not even a inch of a thought. If women have trapped men, we've seen it on Jerry Springer and Maury Povich all the time. No, but in real life scenarios that I actually know people who have been with women who have lied and said that, oh, the kid is yours, or I'm gonna get him because he got money and I need him to take care of my whole lifestyle, and I don't want to be with nothing else, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do to that's a form of trapping. You're setting him up in a trap to get what you need out of it. Now, do men trap women?
That'd be kind of hard.
Yes.
Yes.
How?
I'm sure men have trapped women. I'm sure they have, but you don't typically
You ain't
hear.
heard about people like
He wanted
taking
that.
condoms off. poking
Yeah.
holes
He
in
wanted to have her baby,
When
or
you weren't supposed to.
and he trapped her like. But I'm saying, well, this is what I mean. How is that trap when y'all have all the control of what happens after that? You know what I'm saying? He can't trap you with a baby, and you like.
Well, if she's
go get it taken care
she's
of.
not
anti-abortion.
pro-choice, yeah,
Right.
If she's
Yeah.
not pro-choice, then
Yeah.
If she's
there it is
pro-life.
right here.
Yes.
Man, that's a lot of scheming you got to do.
But
Like, I got to find a girl that's anti-choice. Then that's.
So we from the bottom, right? I don't even think I know anybody who's like, I'm about to take. He disagreed. I didn't even say it. I don't think I know anybody who have like slid the condom off. I'm like, I'm about to get her pregnant.
I ain't never.
I ain't never met a dude. I
I
don't
ain't
know
got no
no
homies.
dudes, and I know some grimy niggas.
Yeah.
They not coming with one in the first place.
Right.
Wowzers.
They come in bare rebounds.
They're out there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say
That was just from me. Now I would love to hear from y'all. Like, what's y'all take on it?
How do they do that? How do they slip it off without y'all not knowing?
I mean,
Y'all can
changing
feel the
when
difference.
changing positions. Yeah, I'm
Y'all
sure
can feel
you
the difference though, right?
If you're changing positions, maybe not. You might just think this position feels better than the last.
Yeah, that's true.
That's tough.
Wow.
I would be able to feel the difference.
I
Can't
know
speak
the
on that not
distinct
being a woman,
difference
so I'm gonna just be
Right, right.
when I
It's
have
hard
one
to-
on and when I don't.
That's tough.
Yeah, man, if
I feel
you
like
out
it
there
depends
trapping,
if y'all
you out
been
there-
drinking, if you got a little, if you've been drinking, you in the situation, and he slide it off, and boom, bam.
But I think if
might
he
not.
slides it off, you're like with the slide off though.
No,
No?
unless I say, take it off.
Got you.
But if I don't say that, do not take that motherfucker off.
Got you. Understood.
And I don't
If
think
this
I've
is how
ever
we
said that.
started,
though.
this
I'm
is
with
how
that.
we're
I've
ending.
never said that.
That is a
Not
little
once.
That's a little rapey. It's kind of
Yes.
a little rapey.
It is. It's not little.
Actually, I think there is a charge.
It
for that.
is.
There is a charge.
It is
for
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Maybe
I
they
mean, but
stop
it's
doing that.
happened.
Say it again.
I said maybe they stop doing it now because that's real shit. That do sound a little rapey.
It's a little
It
rapey.
is. It's,
If
it's
you go in there
considered not
protected
consensual after
and then
that,
I take
believe,
it off,
if you
well,
take
yeah,
it off.
that's
That's
kinda
weak
wild.
though.
It is. It is. But it
Just don't wear one in it from the start.
But if you don't come
she
on one,
made
she
it.
might not let you.
right.
Go
Yeah.
there.
she
So
made
let's
it,
be
man.
clear. I feel like there's been more times that there's been I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just going to speak for the masses. That men have arrived without a contraceptive, and women have been okay with that. I know a lot of guys today that bareback the shit out of women over and over again, multiple people, which means it sounds nasty because it is to me. If you bareback and everything, that's horrible to me. However, the woman who allows herself to be Barry Manilowed, she also has something to be
She
spoken
plays a
about.
part in that. Like, what the hell are you? Right.
If she letting any nigga, like if you meet a nigga at Knott's Berry Farm or something,
World on Wheels.
if you meet him at World on Wheels, and then like that weekend, like he get the bear, that's kind of crazy.
That's
Yeah, it's
insane.
all nasty. It's nasty for men. It's nasty for women. But I mean,
It happens, but that's what I'm saying.
happens.
So who
And-
trapping
We all
more?
got here.
It's how we all.
That's how we got. Yeah,
But I feel like it's easier for a man to trap a woman than for a woman to trap a man.
for a man to try, that's impossible.
Well,
You guys hold the baby gravy.
The gravy,
but we hold the
You
baby.
hold the baby gravy.
But you hold the
baby.
pot.
Hold the baby
We
though.
hold, but you guys hold what creates the baby. So if what you guys have does not go inside of us, then there is no baby. So you guys control that a little bit more than we do, unless when you about to come, we just
I see how you be thinking about shit. This the same shit you was doing with that fucking Drake shit. That's a different conversation. But no, I don't agree with you. I don't think nobody agrees with you on that one.
Yeah, nah.
I don't care if y'all
there's no
agree with
way.
me or
I'm
not.
just saying. I didn't
no
say you
way.
have to care. I'm just saying.
I'm saying.
You kind of off on that one.
I'm not off on
no
that.
I think you gave
You
us a
are.
lot of power. You
Yes.
just gave us a lot of power.
You guys have a lot of power.
Which
It
kind of
contradicts with the
Exactly.
what is generally considered. Ain't all the pussy got all the power? That's
No.
everybody-
No, I'm talking
look,
about
I know
in the
this-
actual session. In the actual session, you control whether you're gonna nut in the pussy or not.
But we decide if we want to keep, if we're going to keep it. If we're
Yes,
gonna
but
proceed.
that's
the
we're
ultimate.
talking about.
That's the ultimate.
No, this is
That's the
that's
ultimate.
Plan C.
Who can get
That's
rid
Plan
of or
C, what
keep
y'all
the
talking about.
baby
No.
is the most
They got a little
important
blue pill for
person
that, too.
in the trap.
I know
part.
somebody who she was supposed to get rid of
So-
it and didn't.
Like how is
But
that?
she didn't trap him.
because he even went there in the first place. with
Exactly.
her. That's the okay.
I feel like people make excuses for their behavior after it happens. Like, no, you did what you did to get that baby inside of her. She did not trap you. You trapped yourself.
Because you know what could become of this.
And if you
right.
didn't want her to be your potential baby mama, then you shouldn't have skeeted in it.
But people don't lie though, Steph. People don't lie. So we saying that people don't lie. So you just saying that as everybody
Lying about what? If you don't nut in her, there ain't nothing to lie about.
It's like, but okay, so if he nutted her, but they already established
What
that.
if she said she was on the pill?
Right.
The pill ain't
She can't have a
100%.
baby.
Or
She can't
said
have baby.
if they established that they didn't
then
want to
that don't
have
matter.
kids and it
That don't matter at
happens,
all.
Y'all
No, it don't
shouldn't
matter.
be if you potentially don't want this woman to be your baby's mom, you do not nut in her.
Even if she says she can't
she's
have
on the
babies.
pill.
Even if she says she can't have babies.
Even if she says she can't have babies, y'all
That's
put that-
unfair.
Niggas do that too. Oh no!
But it's like, why?
can't.
I get what you're saying, but it's like, why am I fucking somebody that is lying to me anyway? Like,
I mean, a lot of us
find out
lie to
about the
you,
lie
like,
until
niggas
later.
like-
I don't
niggas-
be-
Men
we
lie
can-
to
we
women,
can
women
lie
lie to
to
men.
But we can't lie and have y'all baby though.
Men lie to women. You can lie and say you didn't nut in it. You can lie and say
your baby.
you,
Man,
but y'all can lie and say, "Oh no,
talking
did
about?
you come at me?" No.
I ain't never did no bullshit like that.
But
That's tough.
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you
I-
specifically because I don't know you guys' situation.
I hear you.
But this is stuff that has happened.
But there are niggas who say no and didn't know that they came in her and it was pre-cum and they got pregnant.
Right.
So you wasn't trying to come in her. So is that trapping?
No.
Okay.
I would say no, that's not trapping.
Okay.
But if you
But if she keep
consciously
the baby,
nutting
you can't be like, oh, she trapped me because she decided to keep it.
So if you consciously walk in the club to shoot it up, then that's you know what you're doing.
You know what
Right.
you're doing.
How
you
is
know
that
what you're doing
being
every time you
trapped?
walk into the club. You coming to dance. You coming you don't want you coming to you coming to get your shit off every time you walk into that club.
Nah, sometimes I just come to the club to support.
Exactly.
No.
I just
You come to-
music.
Everybody go to
time
the
you go
club
to the
every time
club-
to dance. We ain't dancing every time.
And you
Sometimes just
dancing.
drinking and leaving.
You in and out that bitch. You dancing inside of it.
Nah.
In the club.
Nah.
You might not be shooting it up every time, but you in it. You have been granted access and entry. You have passed the red rope. You're inside. You're doing what it takes to.
I'm going back to abstinence, bro.
Man, that's
I'm over this
crazy.
shit.
So that's why I feel like
We the
you-
trappers now.
I'm
That's
over it.
crazy.
So
Are
the
you
men,
serious?
So
We
men,
the
there.
trappers.
So
Do you think you can't be?
the men are the trappers more than women is the question.
That's false.
Don't know where
I
you putting it.
feel
It's like
like-
100 to 0.
Man.
I feel like
Okay.
I don't feel like women can trap men to have a baby. I just don't feel like you can trap
I
somebody.
disagree.
I
disagree.
Of course. I feel like everybody might disagree with me on this.
that's-
and
yeah,
that's
that's
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
So I just feel like if you don't want to ever be put in that position,
Don't shoot up the club.
don't
do it.
do it.
So what can a woman trap? There's no trapping in nothing. You can't trap a man to do shit. You can't. No. You can't.
Outside of sex or
Yeah, just anything. Anything.
I'm sure you can try. Yeah, you can try to do other stuff, but specifically when it comes to nutting inside of the pussy, I feel like
So
that's on y'all.
So are you separating lying and trapping? Are you separating that? Because if you ignore the lie, then it's just it doesn't even make sense anymore, right? Because
So
if a woman,
the lie is
I can't have babies. Go ahead and do what you do.
I'm on the pill. Go ahead.
Do what you do. We straight.
I got an
I
IUD.
shoot up the club.
let me ask you this.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
IUD.
Yeah.
Do you really believe her when she says that?
Depends on
Yes.
how well you know her. There
Okay,
are-
so you would believe a woman after the first time because she seems
No.
trustworthy.
No chance.
So she says, I can't
no
have a baby
chance.
anyway.
No.
There's no chance.
There's no.
You feel like
So
those
it
are the only
takes- there's a
situations where it
level-
happens?
He's just stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind
You
of
talking about
That's your
initial
point.
meetup trap?
that's just kind of where I was going. I feel like if you guys, I feel like when we do say things, you guys don't look at us and be like, oh yeah, everything she's saying is truth. I feel like you guys still proceed with a level of caution in a lot of situations. So based off of what somebody just says, I feel like you guys don't often go for it. You be like,
Depending on the who.
nah, fuck that.
Depending
like,
on
y'all
the who
won't
and how
even-
bad
Exactly.
she is.
Not if it's somebody we've
Check
been
this
known
out.
for a
Some-
minute.
I know men that won't even allow her to provide the condoms. So
Oh yeah.
because they might think that she may have done something
so-
to them. So
Yeah.
so some guys are like, I'm bringing my own. Period.
Right, straight up, and you should. Both should bring their own. Honestly, if you ask me, I mean, back in my days, I sound like I'm 90. Back in my single days, I brought my own. Right? I didn't let no woman supply me with anything.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep it a bean. I didn't smash everything either because I just didn't trust them.
Exactly.
Because I knew what I had going for me at an early age. And I said, and you know what the words that I said? I'm not finna let somebody trap me.
You can't get trapped.
Yeah. Right? So
There it is.
stupid niggas. Right?
So,
But I just said all that to say women be out here trapping.
100%.
but that's how I feel. I feel like, just like you said, you can't get trapped pretty much because you control how this goes. You bring your own condoms. You don't stick everything moving.
This is what I'll
You're not
give y'all.
shooting everybody's club up.
I'll give y'all this though. This is the opposite thing. Women be out here trapping niggas, but niggas do be out here on some rapey shit. Not all of them. Niggas do be over thirsty and be just like over aggressively trying to get the pussy. I always thought a nigga who try too hard to get pussy is just a lame nigga. Like, you just gotta have finesse. If you got enough finesse, she'll give you the panties. She'll give you the pussy. And you just got, like, it don't take, I hate to sound like this. It don't take a lot.
I'm like a pimp.
It don't take a lot. It just take really a good enough conversation and it's cracking for the most part. You dress good enough, that gets you in the door. You make her laugh one time, it's cracking.
Do you believe men trap women?
That's tough, man. I just don't know any man. I'm not gonna say they don't. I just don't know any man that have intentionally was like, I'm about to trap this one, because I know some man who be like, nigga, she got money. I'm about to knock this down and get all of that coin.
Yeah.
Dang.
I've heard that, but that ain't trapping. That's just a come up.
That's her.
I thought you was about to say, I'm about to knock this up.
Nah, men don't think like that.
Yes, they do.
No,
They don't.
Yes,
trying
they
to get
do.
a
No,
female
they don't.
pregnant.
We're
Yes,
telling
they
you.
do.
We're
Oh my
telling you.
God, I'm
We're
so
telling you.
God, oh my
All the
God.
men are
You
telling
are
you.
really about to sit here and say men don't be like, I'm gonna
The
put a
men-
baby in her?
The men are
Depending
just
on how
said,
bad
we
she
don't
is.
do that.
Come on, Dion.
Only for the bads. Only for the baddies. Like,
Then I
if-
guess that's the break.
I feel like dudes that do that be having their own money though.
They might.
I
don't know,
around,
but
broke
I
niggas
don't
that
think-
have
Right.
access
No,
to
no,
the
no.
bad chicks and are like, I'm gonna put a baby in her. Like,
Right.
I don't
Like,
think
who
they're
fuck-
trapping to get her
thinks like
money.
that? You know,
I'm not
they're
saying that.
trapping to
They're
keep her
trapping because they
around.
want her.
Yeah.
They want her.
I've never heard it in a situation where it's a dude who just met a girl at the club or met somebody in just traffic and was like, I'm about to knock this up. It usually only happens in conversation when we watching TV and it's like, dang, Nia
I'd get
Long,
her
I'll put a
pregnant.
baby in that. Like Michelle Obama. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like crazy conversation
dating
between
her,
dudes.
not like just trying to
Respectfully,
trap
no
her.
disrespect to Michelle, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it happens in conversation about women that you fantasize about. It don't happen with like, you know,
Maliciously.
Lakeisha
Yeah.
from the Nickersons. You know what I'm saying? And we just like,
I think you guys are giving yourselves too much credit.
No, if a woman
Wow.
is pretty enough, yeah.
what?
Well, he did say baddies.
Yeah.
He said baddies.
If she's
It's a
pretty,
bad one in the
wait,
project
if she's
show,
pretty
that's
enough,
bullshit.
we
I'm
just
pretty enough.
Baddies in
we're
the
gonna trap her to
project.
have our baby just because she
Men
pretty
have
enough.
done that
Yes.
to women that are beautiful. Yes.
maybe we just
We don't hang
from a
around
different
these
cloth or
niggas.
something.
Yeah.
Not saying that you do, because we're not talking about
not?
you guys. We're telling you as
That's-
women
it's just
That
hard.
we've experienced
exist.
this.
It's
Yeah.
hard to fathom.
You know a guy that's done it?
personally.
You know a guy that's done it?
fathom.
You do? You know a guy that's
That's
trapped a woman.
intentionally put a baby in a woman
Yes.
that was beautiful. Yes. Yes.
That was his reason. He talked.
Was she okay with it? Or did she feel trapped?
No, she didn't have it.
Got it.
Oh, well, okay.
There we go. There goes our.
She didn't get trapped then,
goes our-
right? 'Cause she can
Exhibit
control
A.
the situation.
Well, but it was but it was a motive. There was a motive.
But she can control the trap though.
Right.
Who
and that-
controlled the
and
trap?
that's what you're
She
saying is
does.
the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you gotta have it,
That's what I will say. Yeah, we do control if the baby
That's
is coming
plan
or
C
not.
though. There's another option.
so then he trapped her, and she got her motherfucking ass out the trap.
Right. So
I guess.
It don't mean he never.
I guess
trapped
they're
her at
saying
all.
if it doesn't go through completely, then it ain't really a trap. If your plan didn't work.
That's why I'm gonna give you a fraction of.
That's a fact, though.
I'm gonna give you a fraction of the trapping when it comes to, oh, she bad, I'll put a baby in that. Like I've heard that conversation before. I've been in those conversations before, but I never see it happen.
But it also happens in, think about relationships, right? Ex-boyfriends or exes that you go back to that who ain't ready to let you go. They will resort to that.
That's why
To
you
keep
got to cut
you.
it off like we was talking about
That's
last
why
time.
you got
Get out of there.
never know.
Exes?
Exes. Oh,
Cut them off, right?
Yeah, that's my
Don't
philosophy.
do that link.
Yeah, don't do
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Of course.
I
what
don't
I'm
really
saying is
I don't
that-
really do the exes thing. If we done, then we done. Like
right.
there's no reason to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
It's just
Agreed.
you just create more traumatic
Yeah, you got to
experience.
just taper yourself off. Taper it on off. Taper.
But I definitely feel like that's really big in the whole exes dating your ex type situation who's not ready to let go yet. One will definitely.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So yeah, you guys may not know them, but they do exist.
Okay.
Yes.
But the plan
Absolutely.
may not go all the way through. But
But it happens.
yeah.
That's why
You
You
would feel-
tried it.
You would
tried
feel
it.
more in control, right?
You tried
If
it.
it happened to you, you would feel more in control.
I'm aware that I'm aware that I have that choice at the end of the day to go. You know, like
Control
I'm
is
the
yours.
I have to say so. Yes, absolutely. So,
Fuck that.
but I don't even want to be put in a
I don't want to
predicament
be
like
put in.
that.
Have to fucking think about having an abortion
because you
fucking
didn't
kidding
wanna,
me?
Yeah.
No.
Know what?
No comment.
I know. I don't even know what.
She's saying she doesn't even want to be put in that
Hell.
predicament to begin with.
Nobody
like,
wants
why
to be put
should
in a
I have to
predicament of being
even?
trapped. Nobody does.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's.
But when you
without
go
being
back
said.
to
really
you
not-
control the trap and all that shit, it's like
because I'm asking her personally, and she said yes, she does.
Yeah. At the end of the
Yeah,
day,
she
yeah.
does.
At the end of the day, yes.
And if
Like,
I ask another woman, I'd ask her, and she say she does. It just goes down the
why
line.
don't you ask me?
Nigga, we already know what you think. You think it's all us. We did it. You ain't got some man juice. You can't.
Oh, there is a situation where a
Okay.
woman can trap a man. I've
Is a
heard of
situation.
this happening. I've just thought this was the most bizarre shit, but this is some
Turkey baster.
crazy shit.
Turkey
You
baster.
said it. The turkey baster.
Excuse me?
What?
The syringe, the take his
turkey
cum
baster.
out of the condom
Oh yeah.
and shoot it up.
Oh,
in
that
you. Now
happened.
that
That's happened. That's trapping.
now that
That's
I just
crazy.
said
I feel like
did
when
think
it
of a
hits the air,
situation.
it's I don't
It's
feel like
psycho,
they still
but-
marching, but
Fucking psycho.
It
That
is.
happens.
I agree.
I saw that on a show.
agree.
I saw that on a show.
I agree. It's psycho, but it
with that
happens. So that is a situation where I would say yes.
I'm going to say that happens more.
You
than-
can't say that.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that
Your limb about
happens
to
more
break.
than the other side.
Then men coming in.
You on the
Yeah.
limb that
What?
Simba was hanging
Like,
off of.
the men
right
don't
before
even want the baby in the
Right.
first place. They don't even want the baby in the first
I
place.
feel like that was a whole wave of shit. Motherfuckers doing that.
Right. They got where you think movies got it from? From real experiences of. You don't never see a movie where the dude is trapping a woman ever.
Ever.
Name a movie. Name
We
it.
need to go on and write that then.
What is it, Maze?
Okay.
Invisible. He was trying to
ain't seen
kill
that.
that.
Invisible man.
Invisible Man, just in case y'all didn't hear.
So
He was trying to
We
kill
gotta
her.
watch that.
I didn't see it.
What happened?
He tried to kill her, being invisible.
He a weirdo anyway. I'm gonna be invisible to
Psycho.
get
He
what
wasn't
I
trying
want.
to trap her.
What kind of
Yeah,
psycho?
control. He wasn't trying to trap her. She was already his.
He's invisible.
She was already his. How possessive does that sound?
Yeah, control. He was trying to control her. Right. He was trying to control her, though, right? Yeah.
Men do it to women who are already in relationships with women do it to men.
Wow.
That
gotta
actually
watch
just
this movie.
that's great. That's great.
Great point.
That actually brings up another good point.
That's good shit, man.
Here's the thing that I've discovered in life, right? Men can see they homies with a girl or a woman or what have you and be like, you know what, that's dope. I want a
that.
relationship like that.
Okay.
Women see a guy with a girl and goes, I want that nigga.
No.
I'm not even going.
I don't.
I could really like
I want him.
We don't have enough time.
I fucking love that point.
We
bro.
don't have enough time.
In that joint.
Oh
God.
my
They
God.
want him because that nigga is a good nigga.
You feel that way?
No, bitch. Stop.
You said one of your friends was that your nigga.
What?
You said one of your friends was getting at your dude because he was looking at her.
No, I
I-
asked her if she felt.
Did you hear that whole story?
No, we talking about a whole nother story.
No, him
No, I
saying
know
that
it.
when
Oh, do I? Oh, I thought you meant like, do I support this? Like,
No.
No.
oh, I'm saying
I'm not saying
there's
that-
some validity
there's-
to what Stix is saying.
Not married women. When women get married, I think
the
that
only thing I disagree with is you seeing your dude with your homeboy with having a bomb ass relationship
In a
and him not
relationship?
lusting over her. I think
I'm talking about like relationship. Like I'm talking about like that's strong. It ain't on no. I just seen her at the club like 3 weeks ago. I'm talking about.
I know what I'm saying is I kind of think it's the same. I don't think it's
Nah,
both.
I don't think.
I've never lusted over
My
the homies,
girl.
girls.
My homie.
Ever.
Some of the chicks I'm fucking with, they friends
to
though.
get at you.
Like a year, 2 years later, yes,
I
they trying to get at.
I'll be the ones to tell you that the homeboys be trying it.
They
The
probably not really
homies
friends.
be trying
Probably
it.
not really.
Yeah, that's not their dog.
The homies.
That's not
they-
their dog.
They
Nah.
lame.
Not their dog.
Nah,
So if you think they not,
Cause yeah, two of my good friends are married, and I absolutely look at that shit, be like, yo, that's dope. That would
niggas
be
brothers
dope.
will try it.
You know what I mean? But I don't want they women.
Maybe it's a married thing because I don't know any married. I personally, I'm not saying it don't happen. I'm just saying I don't know any married men who be like look at another married man and be like, I want his wife. Never have I ever experienced that. But I have seen
As long
a
as you
woman.
keep it personal, I think okay.
I've definitely seen more times than not a woman look at a married man and go, I'm going to get that nigga because she is not good enough for him.
All right. That ain't my look. I don't know.
That's that married folks stuff. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't happen to me.
No, not shit.
Who came
We
for
solid.
you? Who came for you?
We solid.
Okay. Well, at this time, we typically like to give our guests the opportunity to give the audience a gem of the day. So if there's any type of encouragement, any word of advice, any affirmation, anything like that that you can give the audience before we close out, we'd love to hear it.
First things first, get you a blue couch. It's very comfortable. It instigates without you having to instigate. Oh, you're in that camera. Sorry. Get you a blue couch because it's very comfortable. And you don't have to. No, I'm just playing. I just want to say, I want to touch on a few things. Generational wealth is key. Start now. It's not too late to start. You're not too broke to start investing. Savings is more than just putting money into your couch. You want to invest, whether it be stocks. I don't give a damn if you only make $2,000 a month, $1,000 a month. Take 10% of that and put it into some Apple stock on Robinhood or something, or cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever it is. After about 10 years, if you stay disciplined and don't touch it, you will be excited of how much money it turns into. That's number one. Let your offspring figure themselves out and support them as much as you need to help them find their way. Don't just be kicking them out because you got kicked out when you was 18. That's your own shit. Don't pour your past tradition on your new generation of offspring. I want to say this. Women, don't be trapped. Men, don't get trapped. And I will say this to all, for me being a married man faithfully the whole time, I'm one of the very few. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm a vegan, and I'm a faithful man. I'm an alien in this mother. Tooting my motherfucking diesel horn. You know what I'm saying? it's not hard to aim straight and fly right. You just got to want to do it. If you can, this is what I learned too, and it's going to help you for all the men out there, and I'm going to just focus on the men. I don't want to tell women what to do other than love your man because he's a king. But if you can discipline yourself to stay faithful, because it's a lot of distractions out there. You know what I'm saying? We don't pay enough attention to how wide the lion's den is. However, if you can stay disciplined enough to aim right and stay faithful, then you are disciplined enough to save money and invest. You disciplined enough to start a business. You disciplined enough to stay focused and stay on track to do the things that you need to do to create a successful life. So long story short, the word of the day, everybody, is first God and then discipline.
Thank you.
Bad.
Very good.
Amazing words. Thank you for being here with us, chopping it up with us, bumping
Thank you.
heads.
Bumping
with us.
heads a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, where can the people reach you?
At Watch Stix, WATTS. Oh, we're here, right? At Watch Stix, WATTS, or at ThinkWatts.
All right. Well, thank you for being our guest. I really appreciate you coming
Cracking.
and chopping it up with us. If you guys like this episode, please thumbs up, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Give us a call. We actually got a call from someone. Martini spoke to him. So
I did.
we will answer every now and then if we can. Send us a text, 213-441-2112, and let us know what's on your mind. With that being said, y'all got anything else before we close out? All right.
Yeah. They say I talk like an old school nigga. It's cool. I play like Hova, mafiosa controller, 96 Estarossa. I feel the weight on my shoulders. Dead presidents we was stashing up in the sofa. Slaver, but now we owners. Trying to move like Frank Lucas before he rocked the chinchilla. Downfall be bitches, don't let them close to the Skrilla. And backstabbing niggas be plotting like they your fam. Have a hand in your killing, post a tribute to the gram. So sick. Why I be solo just on my flow shit? That never ride away, but build your own and start to grow shit. That belly at the function, still leaving it with your whole shit. Said you got halitosis.